Are you a Cypher main and want to know the best Cypher setups on the new map Lotus? Well, you come to the right place, so let's jump straight into it. So as you can see, we're on the lovely map Lotus, and honestly, I cannot lie, it is one of the most beautiful maps on this game. You're not here for that, you're here for the Cypher setups. So we're going to start off with going to A over here. As you can see, this is what A looks like, this is what the heaven, this is drop. There's quite a lot of things that you could do with Cypher. Obviously there's a door here which you could open. I preferably like to stick around myself in this position in the middle. If the door opens, I could go over here. I know it's a very small trap, but I tend to put a trap here. So these are the two basic traps that I tend to use for what I've done so far. You can in fact put a trap like so over here in the corner, like this, like so. So actually, if let's say they're pushing from all the way here, they're going to get obviously detained. Another few traps I like to mention is putting one over here, putting one on this tree. If you have time, you could put one in this corner over here. This will just help when they do open the door. This will just help them get into this trap. Another trap I'd like to mention is this. You could put one over here. People can't push up to sight. If you have time, you could put one trap here with a cage on this little box here. So you could pop it, wait for them to come in. Easy pick, you know what I'm saying? So I've done that once already. It didn't work out, but that's because I was playing against Benji Fishy. So yeah, we don't talk about that. As for camera spots, I like to put one camera over here. It helps mainly for those who are crossing through here. Another one I like to put up is up here. You can see literally the whole rubble area. It will get a shot off quickly, but you can see how many people are going by. You don't even need to tag them. They might not even be able to see the camera because of the massive tree and the leaves over here. If you're more of a sight player, you could actually put one camera over here. So you could take a tree and back sight. You can't sadly see the front. Majority of the players that I've encountered tend to plant the bomb here, or in here. So then you technically use this camera as a post plant. But I personally don't recommend playing Cypher on A. It's very fun to use them on A, but there's just so much going on A that you can't really do too much on A, in my opinion. What we're going to do is go to B. So now B, I would 100% recommend if you guys are a Cypher main, Cypher player, Killjoy player, play on B. For Cypher, B is one of the best sites you could probably play. As mentioned before, these box corners are like the best thing on this map, especially for Cypher. As you can see, this covers literally the entire push coming into here. So this trap doesn't look effective, but trust me, it's very effective. I wouldn't recommend putting a trap close by because a lot of people tend to push up here. They'll tend to throw a bunch of utility here. I wouldn't recommend pushing up on this area, but if you can, I'd once again recommend putting a trap like so. This will help prevent the push. Another one right here, like so. If someone is hiding in this corner for your teammates, this is also wall bangable. So let's say this goes off, easy pick with a friend, pop the cage, he can gonna get to safety, and voila. Another trap I would recommend is placing a trap here. This will help prevent pushing up from this little A link here and people pushing up to this little heaven side. I guess I call this heaven. Another trip I would recommend is putting it on this little box. This will be in fact lower and closer instead of this bigger one over here. This covers majority of the site, but once again, it's up to you. For camera spots, one of the best camera spots on the B site, this is why personally is my favorite site to play on, in one of these sections here. As you can see, the whole section here, the camera right here, as you can see. So this literally covers the whole site. I use a camera like this is just to scout, not to tag, just to scout. Use it for post plant because people won't actually expect the camera to be up here from what I've actually encountered. Shout out to Acre the dog for this camera. You're an absolute goat for this. Like I said, once again, make sure you utilize these boxes in box corners over here. As you can see, these boxes will come so in handy for you. And now we're going to move to C. One trip I'd highly recommend is once again this corner box here, and another trip I'd recommend is putting one here. This will help the push to go to stairs. You can put a cage on the box like so. You just line up the thing here. If you want to, you could actually be a rat and pop the cage here, wait for people to push up, and then come out if need be. I tend to use the cages like this. I know Acre uses the cage to hide in a corner and use it like a rat. No offense, Rico, but I tend to use a cage to hide myself so I could get in a better position. So if I was to pop a cage, I'd go walk around here. That's if they aren't pushing. If they're pushing this side, then it'll be a good way to obviously get to this side. Another obviously standard trap would be here, so then you guys they can't push. You could put a cage, in fact, in this corner, as you can see. So just line up to this section of the little pillar cross thing. It's kind of like a one way, but it's kind of not like a one way, but it actually protects or helps you. You could also put one on this side as well if need be. It depends where you are going to play or not. These little pillars here remind me of Split, but yeah, obviously standard trap here. For in fact on site you could put a trip like so here, so it covers pushing up here. Once again, push up from stairs, you could place one here. For the box side of things, you could put, once again, trips on these boxes. It all depends where you are utilizing and playing. For the camera spot, in fact, ideally you want to put one, place one right up here. This will, you can see someone coming from obviously C main and then the whole entire stairs. But if that will probably get shot off straight away, so I'd recommend putting one right back up here, because this will cover whoever's coming C main, plant, etc, etc, like so. The more I play this map and the more I'll get used to it, I'll find new like ways to obviously use the traps, use the cameras, different hiding spots of the cameras, etc. Maybe even some glitch bots, who knows. But it's been your boy Waja. Keep smiling, be yourself, and stay awesome. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Adios.